Picture a game of American football where it seems both teams are competing in a bumbling comedy rather than a sport. The quarterbacks are so generous, they're practically gifting interceptions, handing them out like a drug dealer on the corner. And the kickers? Their aim is so off you'd swear they were blindfolded, missing field goals and extra points as if they made a pact to keep the score as low as possible. Every snap is a disaster in motion. Fumbles are more common than completed passes, and the players trip over their own feet more than they actually make plays. It's like watching a bunch of drunk assholes walking out of a bar late at night. By the end, you're not sure whether to laugh, cry, or just pour another drink and toast the absurdity of it all. This isn't a football game. It's an exercise in comedic chaos, where the real challenge is keeping a straight face through the madness. Now, I hope we don't see something like that, but after all, it's Thursday night football, and we've got the Denver Broncos versus the New Orleans Saints, and I've got a few good looks for you. I've got 3 picks, and I've done the research on all of them, and I'll share with you one of my infamous bitch-ass parlays at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around. If that sounds interesting, let's go. First up, we're looking at my boy, Courtland Sutton, over 43.5 receiving yards. This line is slowly moving up. Opened at 43.5, got up to 45.5 and got bet back down. So you should be able to get a 43 or a 44, so be sure to line shop. Courtland Sutton, he's been smashing this line, in half the games that he's played this year. I love the targets. He's getting 7.8 targets per game. Let me show you the man's target share. Check it out. 7.8 targets, 45% receptions, meaning he ain't catching everything. And that's fine with me because the matchup this week, it is fantastic. He's up against the New Orleans Saints. They've been handing out receiving yards like free samples. They're ranking 3rd worst against wide receivers. They've consistently let 1-2 receivers go over this yardage line every single game. Now, I want you to think about Courtland Sutton's stats so far this year. 549 air yards. That's the 3rd highest in the NFL. An average depth of target, which is an ADOT, of 13.4 yards, which means he's catching these motherfuckers deep. Now, he's ranked 5th with 10 deep targets. Now, given his deep target central, Sutton only needs to catch the ball a few times in order to cruise past this line. The odds even sweeter if you take a look at his reception. His receptions line is 3.5 and it's juiced minus 131, meaning it's favored to go to the over. Now check these numbers out. When Courtland Sutton finishes 3 catches, he goes over this yardage line 80% of the time. When he gets 4 passes, meaning he covers his reception line as well, he goes over this receiving line of 44.5, 90% of the time. Now all we need to see here is Bo Nix. Keep it steady, my man. Let that thing fly, and I'm sure we'll see Courtland Sutton pass this number. It might be a bit sweaty. It's going to drop a couple balls, right? You can see that. He's going to have some deep throws. It is somewhat risky, but I think if he catches it 2 to 3 times, my man is soaring over this. So I like Sutton here. Snag those deep throws and rack up those yards. Next up, we're talking about my boy Bub Means. Now, I freaking love the names of these NFL players. It gets me going. Now, Bub, like he's over here. It opened at 33.5, came down to 31.5, and a lot of people jumped on it. Now back up to 33.5, but be sure to line shop because I still managed to catch it at a low line, despite telling me 33.5 is the best available. So be sure to line shop here. Now, Bub Means he is a rookie, but massive opportunity here, and I think he steps up big in this game. So last week, we had Chris Olave sideline. Means center stage, baby. Check this out. Team high, 8 targets last week. Woo! 5 receptions, 63% of those bad boys he caught. And he's stepping up into a juicy matchup here against the Broncos. Now, if you just relied on the stats from Outlier, you probably wouldn't like this play because overall, the Denver Broncos, 4th fewest receiving yards allowed to wide receivers. Yeah, but the Broncos missing their star corner, Patrick Surtain. Now, last game, without him, Denver shifted to a cover 3 defense half of the time. Now, that's a setup that my boy Bub Means loves to take advantage of. He posted the highest win rate against cover 3 out of all the Saints players. And check this. Means wasn't just getting looks. He was the main man for initial leads, leading the team with 26.9% first read target share. With Rashid Shaheed, who ranks 2nd in first read targets, also out alongside Olave, Means going to be a busy man. He's going to be the top dog, the number 1 receiver for this team this week. And at 33.5, I find that quite insulting. Now, the rookie quarterback, Spencer Rattler, he's got a good name too. He's back under center for his second start. And a lot of these newer type of quarterbacks, they're clingy bastards, right? They tend to find one receiver, one favorite target, and they really just stick with it. Now, for Rattler, I think that looks like Bub Means. That was his go-to guy from last week. They had some success, so why move away from that, right? So I think Bub Means stays busy. The Saints, they are slight underdogs in this game. If they're losing, game script tells us they're going to throw this thing around. So, given all these factors, no certain, Means matchup advantage, his emerging role as a wide receiver 33 yards seems like nothing. So, this is a prime spot for Bub Means to shine regardless of who's at quarterback. So, let's watch this rookie light it up. Let's go. Next up, we're looking at Devon Vele, looking at his over 30.5 receiving yards. Another rookie who's been playing very well this season. Limited games, albeit, but playing great regardless. Now, he's covered this line of 30.5 in both games this season, 39 and 78, averaging 58.5 receiving yards. 8 receptions he had in week 1, which is nice. I like a bit of target share. 8 receptions in week 1, an excellent debut. And then my man got injured, of course, but came back recently, stormed back 78 yards, only 4 receptions, 6 targets against the Chargers. Now, he's up against the Saints. And then let me tell you, they've been letting slot receivers run wild. You could probably find videos of wide receivers running on the Saints on Pornhub. That's how disgusting it's been. Now, he's been rocking the slot 82% of the time this season. Bo Nix is the quarterback for the Broncos, and he's starting to find his groove. I've been somewhat impressed with Bo. And I also think it only makes things look better for Vele. Bo's only getting better as the season progresses. Vele running that slot against a Saints team that just gives it up. Another thing around Vele, his snap count, it jumped 12% from his first game to week 6, meaning he's on the field a lot more. With Josh Reynolds, the team's second leading receiver, he's out. His finger's all fucked up. Vele is looking at even more opportunities to shine in this game. This game is also indoors. The spread's tight, and the Saints been giving up plenty of attempts, 5th most in the league. In fact, Bo Nix, he's tossing the rock around 33 times per game. It was absolute wagon just to bet Bo Nix over in attempts. So he's not afraid to let that thing fly. And while Sutton might be pulling a lot of focus, which is good because we like Cortland Sutton to get some yards, right? I think that really opens up the field for Vele. So I'm all in. Take Vele. I like Cortland Sutton as well. It's a golden spot. He's going to rack up some yards under the dome, in the lights. Prime time, baby. Let's see him do his thing. Before we get to that infamous bitch-ass parlay, I do ask you to support me and the channel and sign up to one of my partners, my boy. Sign up to Dabble Fantasy. Now, Dabble Fantasy has better payouts than Prize Picks, and the best part about them is that they're just going to give you $25 once you've signed up. You don't even have to deposit. So sign up with Dabble, and they'll throw $25 in your account. The link for Dabble Fantasy and my other partners is in the video description below, and I'm telling you, every time you sign up with one of those guys, it actually goes a long way in helping me out to be able to create content for you guys full time. Now let's get to the BAP, baby. Whoop, there it is. So you've seen the write up on Cortland Sutton. I like him to go over his prop. We're taking him for 25. I like Bub Means to go over his. We're taking him for 25 as well. We've got Devon Vele in there. We're also taking him for 25. So I'm not going to spend too much time on him. But we also got Juwan Johnson for 2+ receptions. His line's at 3.5. It is juiced to the over. No Taysom Hill here. So Juwan Johnson, he's going to get more opportunities. So I do like a prop on him. But we're not going to get crazy here and pick 5 receivers to go over their full prop now. But I do like him for 2 receptions. We're also taking Alvin Kamara at 3+ receptions. His line is at 4.5. He's getting a ton of targets under this new quarterback. The yards, questionable here for Alvin Kamara, whether he gets the receiving yards. I know a lot of people are betting on those, but I'm just taking him to get 3 receptions. Give me that. The boys at Bet365 giving me a 25% boost. Now, when you see the stake there at 0.5, I'm not betting 50 cents on this. For everybody who signed up to my Winnable, when I send out screenshots of the bets that I'm taking, I give you a unit recommendation, and that 0.5 means I'm betting half a unit. So bet half a unit, and we profit 1.7 units on this play. So there's our bitch-ass parlay. Let me know what you think. If you made it this far in the video, let me know in the comment section. You know what it is. Hashtag BAP. Type that in, and I know that you made it this far. Best of luck to me. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to us. Now let's go.